What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with a brand new game actually made by DH Games called Heroic Expedition. So this is a fun game. I had a chance to play it for multiple weeks in the beta. The closed beta was a lot of fun. I'm definitely loving the art style of this game. Everything about it is something that I enjoy. It's a lot like a ton of the other Idle games out there, like AFK Arena, Idle Heroes. So if you're a fan of those games, you're probably going to enjoy this one too. It's the typical Idle mobile game. You got the daily loot you can collect. I'll show you combat right off the bat so you can actually see how it works out. So essentially it is a 5-on-5 or 5-on-X type combat system. You have 2 in the back row, 3 in the front row, which is kind of different than a lot of games. A lot of games out there, you have 3 heroes in the back row and only 2 in the front. So it is a little bit of a mix. Typical system, you start with 50 energy. Of course, as you get 100 energy, you get this cool little yellow ring around yourself so you can kind of easily see what happens. In combat like this, you can actually click on the enemies and it'll tell you what their stats are, because these are not heroes in the game. They are just monsters that you fight against. So it's kind of a cool thing to see. Combat, pretty good. You get 2 times speed. You can skip once you get past a certain chapter as well, I believe. So that's a very, very cool feature to have. You do have the typical post-combat screen as well. Resources, you can see your attacking, your defender. You can see the healing, damage, all that fun stuff. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of refreshing to not have to have 6 heroes on a team, which is nice. You have the chapters up here that, of course, shows you the old one, shows you what the next one is. And yeah, it's pretty fun. The tasks, so these are your daily quests, monthly quests, weekly quests, all that fun stuff. So you, of course, have the basic things like upgrade a hero once, claim your auto battle 3 times, all those things. And for every point you get, 20 points you get a new chest that has resources. So kind of cool. Gives XP to your actual character as well, your whole avatar account. You have weekly quests. Very, very similar. Same thing, but slightly better rewards overall, which is nice to see. These are very good. Faction summoning stones, those are pretty good. And then, of course, you do have just the normal achievements down here. The normal stuff that you have for clearing certain levels. You get points, you get gems, you get fun stuff. Gem is the basic currency of the game. There is also a premium currency, which is the red gem up here. We'll go over that a little bit later. Typical mail system, typical friends list system. Backpack has all your shards for heroes that you can pull, gear, other currencies. So pretty normal to what you guys are used to. We'll take a look at the hero list. This one is very, very similar to every other, or a lot of gachas out there. The one big difference is 4 stars are what you are normally used to seeing as 5 stars. So in this game, instead of summoning for 5-star heroes, you're actually summoning to try to get 4-star heroes. Combine 2 4-star heroes together, of course, it becomes a 5-star version. So you can see right here, we have like Malcolm here at 4-star. Combine 2 of them, you get a 5-star Malcolm, and then you can start sending them even further. Very cool system. Gearing is very good. These basic attribute, these enhancement items over here are unlocked at level 100. They are character specific, so you need to unlock them on every single character. You can refine them, change up their attributes, all that fun stuff. Then you also have this kind of like artifact system where it unlocks based on what level you've completed. You can have up to 5 of them, I believe, and each one does something a little different. You get essentially currency that lets you upgrade and enhance them as well, and as you enhance them, they get better abilities. So that's really cool. And of course, gear, you can enhance your gear to higher levels. When you're enhancing them, it'll go up. It'll show you the difference in stats that you're going to get by doing that. Not going to do that one. I want to save my 4-star gear, but yeah, pretty cool system. I like it. It can be broken down into the 4 different factions: Forest, Ocean, I believe it's Chaos, Light, and Dark. The one nice thing about this game is, unlike Idle Heroes, it's more like AFK Arena, where you can build one hero of every faction at the same time, versus Idle Heroes where you need to feed all your food from all your factions into one E5 hero first. This one, you can kind of do whatever you want. As you go through this system, I'll actually show you what it looks like really quickly. Let me get to one that is already maxed out. So you'll see the ascend button here. Essentially what you need at that point is either more hero copies or more 6-star copies, because sometimes you don't need actual hero copies to get all the way up to the top. You have all the way up to 5-star, and then I believe this pink we're going to call like 10-star. After that, though, once you get to 10-star, you'll see this awaken button down the bottom right. You're going to need 2 more copies of the hero to keep leveling them up further, all the way up to, I believe it's 5 orange stars. Don't know if we're going to call it Awaken 5-star, E5, whatever you want to call it. It's different in every game, but that is something that is going to happen here as well. Get more stats. Pretty good. Not too bad. Tribe over here is what is essentially guilds in other games. So this is where you're going to have the normal activity. Tribe War is going to be coming soon. Mystic Exploration, which is a cool little adventure mode. You beat bosses, you claim chests, you get some extra loot. And then of course there's hunting as well, which is essentially guild bosses. Pretty much. You're going to fight them twice a day. You're going to get rewards. Not too bad. And of course, as always, there is a guild store, tribe store. Now, one thing that we're going to show you and jump you into here is the manor. So the manor is going to remind you guys that have played Clash of Clans or any of those style games a lot like that. You're going to have different types of collectors that you put up, different buildings for summoning, game modes, PvP, all that is here. But the one really cool thing is everything here is customizable. You can drag and drop anything. You can change how the walls are built around here. You can change all the shapes and everything. Everything is customizable pretty much to make it however you want it to look. So if you want to drop it here, make it kind of like a look similar everywhere on both sides, you can do something like that. You can add more things as well, so you're not just stuck with what you have. If you want to build more, you can then drag and drop it wherever you want, build any type of construction you want, and you're good to go. So it's kind of cool. You can move anything you want. I kind of kept the standard shape that you get when you start the game. All you have is this center square right here to put stuff on. There's this little person kind of walking around your encampment. You get to claim daily rewards from, which is cool. Again, you get these gem mines, you get these gold mines, and you get these elixir and coins. It's not necessarily gold, it's coins. Those you're going to want to build and get resources constantly. On top of that, between that and claiming your adventure loot, that's where you're going to get most of your resources. Now, by standard, you can only build 2 of each and 1 gem mine. If you are using a premium currency, there is a way to build the kind of like premium versions of them to get more resources. But again, that requires the premium currency that you can only get by spending. So that is one downside. As far as summoning and all those fun things go, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. The summoning animation is pretty decent. I like it. It's cool. Right here, you see you get the star hero. The one nice thing I didn't really talk about just yet is the food heroes for all factions are very similar. So it's very easy to tell what heroes can be brought to 5-star and then fed off. Even though you're getting these 1-stars, that's not a huge problem. You know, every 1-star can be brought up to, I believe, 3-star and then fed into another hero that can be 4-star and 5-star. So no hero is useless, where a lot of games have like 1 and 2 stars that can't do a single thing in the game. Well, you can come over and you can awaken your heroes. When you have enough, you can actually have a button right over here on the side that lets you auto awaken heroes. Essentially just takes all your fodder that you got down the bottom here, and when you have the correct amount of fodder, it'll just auto upgrade it for you, which is a really cool feature. You'll notice there's a couple faces that you see no matter what faction you see in their corner. It's kind of the same thing. For light and dark, you have this kind of like old man, and you have, who is it? This girl right here. Those are the 2 food heroes. Now, when you go to other factions, it's essentially the 2 animals, this little raccoon type guy. These 2, I guess they're both kind of like raccoon. I don't know what he is really. Rizzo, I don't know what you are. You're cute, and I like the look of them. But yeah, essentially you'll see we got a bunch of 5-star food heroes, and then at that point you're going to want to take other heroes, use them as food potentially at 6-star. Now, of course, you want to make sure you save the good heroes like every game. You don't want to feed off good heroes. And the nice benefit is you can build heroes in multiple factions at the same time without too much worry. The other nice thing I actually totally forgot to show you is hero reset. So resetting them lets you spend 50 gems and get all the resources and gear back off of that hero. And then, of course, there is a hero regression system. 500 gems to completely regress them back to their original copies. All the food. These are like puppets, essentially, these little dinosaur egg type looking things. And yeah, you'll get everything back. So there's really no premium way to do it. Everybody can do it, which is cool. You do have the market, of course. You have your normal store. Grabbing up these types of things here. The elixirs are very good. One thing to note about these resources is based on what your auto loot is. So of course, the further in the game you are, the more these are going to give you in resources. So don't use them prematurely. Try to hold on, save up, and then use them later on. You have a ruin store that gives you gear. You have an expedition store that gives you hero copies. You have an arena store, again, hero copies. And then you have that tribe store, which is like the guild store. Same thing. So there's multiple versions. They all have a refresh cycle as well, which is nice. You do have tavern quests. So these are very much similar to every other game out there. You can claim them all. You can then put your heroes into missions. I haven't really seen any that I can't complete. That's kind of cool. Chances are you probably want to re-roll these for higher star quests. I just haven't gotten too much into it yet, but that is going to be refreshed daily as well. Again, make sure you're collecting all these collectors. We have a cool game mode down here called Mirror Space. It's not open right now, but essentially what it is it's one-on-one combat. So as your hero goes through fights, he or she does not heal, and they keep the energy they're left with. So, and I know in those of you coming from Idle Heroes, it's kind of like an Aspen Dungeon type thing. It's a cool game mode. I really enjoy it so far. I'm always a fan of that. So that one's going to be one of my favorite mirror. Stone is really interesting. So this is essentially like your tree in AFK Arena or your guild tech in Idle Heroes. But everything is shoved together, whereas in other games, all your tech is like based on whatever class your hero is. This one, it's a mixture and some randomness thrown in here. So some of the nodes are for mage, some of them are for all heroes, other ones are for coin output, all hero speed, some of them are, you can kind of see what I'm getting at. You can always reset it if you need to for 500 gems, but it's pretty cool. There are multiple different currencies. There's spirit stones, and then there are rune shards. Some of these will require both. Usually they're the little bit better node, so beware. But this is where you need to invest them and get some guild tech pretty much going. It's interesting. It's fun. We do have the prayer pool. This is pretty much like the wishing fountain in a lot of games. You throw a coin in there, you get the loot. You actually have a chance to get bonus loot when you fill up this bar as well. Not bad. You need to do it once a day for your dailies anyway, so try to do that. Hall of Honor is a really cool feature. So this tracks who has the furthest Minas ruins clear, the furthest stage progress in campaign, and who has the highest amount of a faction. Now, the one really cool thing here is down the bottom right in each one of these sections, there is a reward. If you go to reward, based on how far you've gotten, there are gems. And yes, each one of these is actually 100 gems. So you can see how many gems you get for free. Even if you are not spending a dime on this game, there are tons of gems that are going to be coming your way. Tons of them. Now, you're going to be mainly using those gems for, of course, buying stuff and doing scroll summons. Because there really isn't a scroll in this game. There are, of course, these currency right here, the actual scrolls, but you can do 10 pulls for 2,700. It's not that bad. A lot of people do it. I don't think there's actually an event for summoning just yet. Of course, there probably will be in the future when new heroes come out. So be prepared to save up your gems. As you can see right here, you'll see a little green flag. All of these buildings can be upgraded, and when you upgrade them, they either give you more output. You take a look at the market. Every time you clear a certain stage, you're going to unlock 5-star equipment instead of the 4-star equipment. So as you get through the campaign levels, you're going to be able to upgrade your buildings. Each one takes like a full day, I think. You can speed it up with gems, but it gets really, really pricey. But you can level them up. More things become available to you, so that's kind of cool. We do have training camp, and you see I have some trainees in the wings. So we got 3 stars right here. Most idle games have something similar to this, except there's an actual currency you need for this one. You get these little slips here, and you can train up heroes. Of course, again, the further you get in campaign, the higher you level this building up, the more you're going to be able to get for these resources, which is really cool. Ruins is a very, very interesting game mode. I haven't really seen it in many other games except Ode to Heroes. This one is a 100 floor game, and you essentially get saved to the floor you previously completed. It resets every single day, which is nice, but it is a bit of a challenge. There's little squares here that you click that give you buffs. There's other ones that can heal your team when you use them. There's combat against normal teams. There's ways to revive your heroes. I'll kind of show you real quick. We'll jump through these so we can hopefully get to a boss as well, because the whole goal is to find the elite boss wave and clear it out, and then move on to the next level. It can be difficult based on what type of heroes you have. There are traps here as well. There it is right there. There's the boss. So I'm going to heal up my team right here. We're going to go into combat, and this is actually going to show you something really cool. You cannot skip through boss combat, and there are multiple waves. The first wave is usually a 5 hero or 5 enemy wave. You'll notice the 1 of 2 up here. Once we clear this out, the boss is going to swoop in from off screen, and then you're going to fight a 5-on-1 combat or 4-on-1, whatever heroes you have left. After beating this right here will be what the combat is all about. So we'll see that here in a second. They have really cool animations, I think, for the bosses kind of coming into screen. Shows you the factions, the class, things like that. And as you see, it will not let you skip these types of fights. You have to watch them out. Kind of one thing I don't like. I wish you could kind of skip everything if you really don't want to take the time and watch it. But once you beat this right here, a portal will show up and you will move on to the next floor. And the goal is to get all the way to level 100, except the difficulty ramps up every single floor you go through. So you might be having an easy time and you get past 5 levels and then you get completely stuck. So in this case, see, we open the portal. We now go to floor 27, rinse and repeat, keep on going. It's a pretty cool game mode. It's very unique. We have Expedition. So this one coming from AFK Arena, this one is essentially just like Abyssal Expedition. If you're coming from Idle Heroes, is very similar to Brave Trial, except every time you beat a wave, you get to pick a special unique buff. It's really cool to see. Sadly, I can't show it to you because the beta is going to be going down soon. Some of these things might change between now when I'm recording this and when the video comes out, because again, this is all closed beta stuff. So be prepared. We do have Arena, same old, same old. You got the solo arena, normal game mode, 5-on-5, nothing special there. You have Team Up Arena, which is 3 accounts versus 3 accounts. A lot of games have this as well. And then in the future, they have Fair Arena coming. Not really sure what that one's going to be. My hope is like it's a draft type thing, something where everybody has an even playing ground. We'll see. We'll see. And of course, there is a boss. There's a daily boss that you can attack twice every single day of the week. There is a different type of boss every 2 days, essentially. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. I like it. There's a combination on all of them, which is it's really cool. It makes it so you have to really think about what heroes you're going to build, because it might be good for one boss, but not necessarily all the bosses. Now, that kind of covers all of that stuff. Again, you'll notice the exclamation points. We have stuff in the bag. We can summon out shards, synthesize them, get more food heroes. I just really love the art in this game. To me, the art is one of the coolest aspects of it. It's very much like a How to Train Your Dragon type feel. And I mean, you guys have seen my Viking hat, right? I definitely feel like I fit in this game for sure. So I'm enjoying it. It's a ton of fun. One last thing I want to show you guys is down the bottom right-hand corner, you have the construction. It'll tell you when you can build stuff, but it's also got the decorations and some PvP monuments that'll give you PvP buffs. Down the bottom left, it tells you when the next energy ore is there. The energy ores are essentially like the artifacts that you equip on your heroes. You do have a couple things over here. You're going to have like the daily events that you can check in, get some resources, do some quest type things, get bonus resources. And then of course, you're going to have the shop. It's of course the shop. It's premium currency stuff. You get to claim a daily, a weekly, and a monthly pack. I did some purchasing. I did some dirty spending. You guys know how it is. There is a package here too that you can unlock. The left side is auto unlock. The right side is if you buy the card. So you get a bunch of hero copies, hero summonings, things like that. And then of course there are the fun package. As you clear certain stages, you'll be getting more and more gems, which is nice. One thing I totally forgot to mention in summoning is you kind of have like a friendship summon, which is these are very basic 1 to 4 stars. You usually don't get anything too great out of there. The 2 to 4, this is the normal summoning right here. Very good. I liked it. And then there's faction specific. Now, because I have the screen stretched on BlueStacks, you can't quite see it, but you'll see there's like the dark faction, the light faction, the chaos, the ocean, and the forest. I kind of just know where to click on all of them. Pretty good. Pretty good rates. These are only bought, like you can't use gems to get these. And then of course, as you make more and more summons, you're going to get epic hero cards, and that will help you get some good hero copies potentially as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. Overall, I'm really, really enjoying this game. I hope I didn't miss too much here. This was meant to be just an introduction, kind of explain the game modes. You'll unlock them as you start playing. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Take a second though, hit that subscribe button. We need to start growing this channel. I think we're at like 2,100, 2,200 subs. Thank you guys so much for supporting me so far. But we're going to try to do like a daily upload for this. I'm going to go over in the next couple of days and tell you the best heroes from each faction to try to hunt for. Of course, there's the handbook if you ever want to see all the heroes. It'll tell you who you own, who you don't own. But I'll try to get you the tips on what heroes are the best, which ones people are going for. Michelle, definitely one of the best heroes. I love Michelle. Heroes like this have some crazy skills. They can heal everybody based on damage dealt. If they do die, they will like heal or have a chance to resurrect people, like when she drops below 50, 30% health. There's some really cool heroes, but it's very much a very early game, so the power creep isn't quite there yet, which is very, very refreshing. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you enjoy about the game, and I'll see you guys next time.